It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. And it's all up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matthew Wright set to get this one started. And we're off from MetLife. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Josie Jewell making that stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Throw left side, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Young. That pass complete to McMillan. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Young working from the gun. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Sending the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Young to throw it. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Hubbard has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Matthew Wright for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Right, ready to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Motion man sent left. Wilson now off the play action. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got this at the 27. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be Panthers football. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Connection made to Tremble. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Young on 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Russ now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. The Giants are set to punt. Raheem Blackshear back deep for the Panthers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. First and 10 from the 41. Hubbard quick on the draw. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Now Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Rush coming for Young. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Giants football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To the air, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing from near his own goal line. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Carolina in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. Fits it through the middle. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. Raheem Blackshear now to return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Young to throw. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 46. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it's going to be 4th and short.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. The Panthers headed out on offense again just before halftime. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's complete to Leggett. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Drew Phillips making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on 1st down, Young. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Legette's got it. And he gets this forward to the 19. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Blackshear on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Hubbard on the give, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They're out now, ready to punt it. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Now here comes the New York offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Josie Jewell making that stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Now Wilson on the play fake. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Russ off the play fake. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Neighbors with the catch. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Russ now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
The Panther offense headed out to the field. They've got first down from the 31. Young to throw it. Looking slant route, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Young on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And they bring him down around the 34. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Feeling the receiver in motion left. From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Young on 3rd and goal. Looking for an open man. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Now it's Matthew Wright for this field goal try. A little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Prater puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Right, ready to send this one away. Gray now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. A give right side to Tracy. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. has it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He locates Daniel Bellinger. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And that's a New York touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. Blackshear on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers set to take the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Juke the defender. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Flush down out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Wright ready to send this one away. Gray now on the return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps him get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Tracy. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw from Wilson. Finds his target, Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back to throw it. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run for this. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And he has done all that they have asked for him, shouldering the weight of this offense, got his 100-yard game. He's reached the end zone for him as well, Brock. Just really put together a performance he can be proud of. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Hubbard again. Open space inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 36. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Throw complete to Thielen. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Panthers holding on to a field goal lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Hubbard running left. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he is to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Kate, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Ready to send this one away. Gray now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Bellinger. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Setting up to pass. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. Now to throw. complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running back sent in motion. He'll look to throw it. Escapes after. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
To throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Wilson with it on first. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Russ is cooking again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Sticking in the air with Wilson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Wilson to throw again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Throwing now. He finds Johnson. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Here he is to throw. He's got it to his running back. And this is down all the way to the 3. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from New York.